Good morning, friends. So we continue with our lesson on factorization of polynomials. But before we go to that, we will note down all the algebraic identities we have made use so far. So what is the meaning of these identities? Means for any variable x or y, the equation will always remain true. So just for the sake of revision, we had x plus y the whole square. This is a binomial with two variables x and y, was x square plus 2xy plus y square. Then we had x minus y the whole square as x square minus 2xy plus y square. Then we had x plus y into x minus y was x square minus y square. And then we had general terms with the constant x plus a into x plus b as x square plus a plus bx plus ab. Okay, so these are all in terms of binomials. Then yesterday we did one more, x plus y plus z, a trinomial square was x square plus y square plus z square plus 2xy plus 2yz plus 2zx. Now, what did we do here? We used these identities to factorize the polynomials. So these are the identities we used. So for a quadratic equation, we have got a formula called splitting the middle term, but even if you arrange them, you will get the factors. For example, x square minus y square, the example we did yesterday. Let us see one more. This polynomial, say 4x square minus 25y square. This can be written as 2x the whole square minus 5y the whole square. So this is written in this form. Can you see that? I could rearrange in this form. Something square minus something square. So this I could rearrange, and by rearranging I easily found the factors are 2x minus 5y into 2x plus 5. So what I have done here, we have got the quadratic equation. Which was the quadratic equation? Do you remember? The quadratic equation in the form ax square plus bx plus c. We solved this by splitting the middle term. The method we did previously. You can go through the video, revise it. Now here we have got a polynomial with no middle term and two variables. Can you see 4x square and 25y square? Sometimes we can have one variable also. Let us say 9 p square minus 64. Now 9p square minus 64 can be written as 3p the whole square minus 8 square. Again, this is a square with a minus in between. The minus is very important. You cannot have it for the plus. So the factors are 3p minus 8 into 3p plus 8. Right? So this polynomial gives us this factors. This polynomial is given as this factors. So we are making the use of identities. It can be used to expand this also, and the reverse, when the polynomial is given in a special form, you can use this to factorize it. So we have found the factors. So this we did with the binomials. We went to the trinomials. So today we are going to do some more identities. Okay, we are going to go for few more identities, algebraic identities. We have done this square. Today we are going to do the cube. So let us begin with the first one. Today we will find x plus y the whole cube. Okay. So let us see how we are going to derive this x plus y the whole cube. Now what does x plus y the whole cube mean? X plus y into x plus y into x plus y. Right? The cube means, for example, 5 cube means 5 into 5 into 5. So x plus y the whole cube means x plus y into x plus y into x plus y. Now we can multiply this two and then multiply the third one, right? But when I multiply this two, x plus y into x plus y means what? X plus y the whole square. The cube divides into 3, the square into 2. So x plus y into x plus y is what? x plus y the whole square. So I'll keep this x plus y as it is, and this too, x plus y plus x y the whole square, I will directly put the identity, because x plus y the whole square I know. So instead of this I can put x square plus 2xy plus y square. So what we have done, the cube we kept one separate, and 2x plus y the whole square we put down, and now all we have to do is expand. So let us begin. X into x, x cube, x into 2xy, 2x square y, x into y square plus xy square. So these three are done. I have multiplied x with the whole bracket. What is the sign here? The sign is very important. So plus into plus, y into x square means x square y, y into 2xy, 2xy square, and y into y square is y cube. So I get x cube, 2x square y and x square y. You can see both of these are like terms, x square y, x square y. Same variables, same degree, so both are equal. So 2 plus 1 gives me 3. So 3x square y plus xy square 2xy square. So 2xy square plus y cube. Sorry, not 2, this will be 3. Now what did you see here? You will see something very specific here, very nicely arranged, neatly arranged. The book has written this as x cube plus y cube plus 3x square y plus 3xy square. So this is one way of writing it, only rearranged. One more way to write it is x cube plus y cube, and here in both this term the 3 comes out common. The smaller power is 1, so 1x comes out common. The smallest power is y, so 1y comes out common. X plus y. So we have got x plus y the whole cube as x cube plus y cube plus 3xy into bracket x plus y, or x cube plus y cube plus 3x square y plus 3xy squared, or like this. Now what I was saying, the speciality of this equation, you can see the x cube here. X cube has become x square, 1 power lower, has become x raised to 1, x raised to 0. The power of x is decreasing. X cube, x square, x, no x, x raised to 0. And here there is no y, then y1, y raised to 1, y square, y cube. So y raised to 0, y raised to 1, y square, y cube, increasing, x cube, x square, x. So the first term, cube. Can you see the first term starts with the cube and the power is decreasing. The second term starts with 0 and the power is increasing. But anyway, this is the new identity for today. So we have got x plus y, the whole cube is x cube plus y cube plus 3xy into bracket x plus y. Remember this identity like this. Okay? And later you can multiply this bracket, open this bracket, so you get 3x square y plus 3xy square. But this is the easiest way to remember. X plus y the whole cube is x cube plus y cube plus 3xy into bracket x plus y. Now the next one we have is x minus y the whole cube. So what do we do with the x minus y? Then I have to change this plus y into a minus y. So this plus will become a minus, yes, all this will become a minus. Now I am not going to write it again, just going by it, x minus y and x minus y. So the whole method revises, but if I want to do it directly, how can I do it directly? Instead of a plus y, I can put a minus y. So here also I will get a minus y, and here also I will get a minus y. So if I rearrange this, I should get x cube. Now minus y into minus y into minus y is minus y cube. X into minus y becomes minus 3xy, and inside the bracket I get x minus y. You can do all this again. So here the sign will become minus. Now remember the minus sign. So when I multiply x with x square, x cube, but this into this gives me a minus, this into this gives me a plus. But now minus into plus, this becomes a minus, minus into minus, this becomes a plus, and minus into plus, this becomes a minus. So I got x cube minus 3x square y, but this both is plus and minus y cube. On rearranging, x cube minus y cube minus 3x square y, but this remains a plus. So if I write it in the bracket, then x cube minus y cube minus 3x is taken common, and because outside the side has become minus, the inside side changes to minus. So the easiest way to remember this for what now? When it is minus, then x cube minus y cube minus 3xy into bracket x minus y. Have you followed? So we have got a minus everywhere. Here we have got a plus everywhere. Here we have got a minus everywhere. Then when you open the bracket, you will see this minus into minus will become a plus. Yes, later on. But to remember, this is the best way to do. So x plus y the whole cube we have got, and this is how we have got the two more identities. This time the cube. It's a binomial cube. So now if you are given something like this and told to factorize, you can always get back to the factorization. So let us try factorization. Okay, now a simple example for the use of these two identities. So to factorize this, what is the first thing we'll do? Change the order. 21y cube, 27y cube I bring here, plus 36x square y plus 54xy square. Now 8x can be written as 2x the whole cube, okay? Because this is a perfect cube. So we have to check whether these terms are perfect cube. So 8x is 2x the whole cube, and 27y can be written as 3y the whole cube. Now, can you write 36 as 3x square, means the first term square. So 2x square into 3y. Check this out. 2 square is 4. 4 3s are 12. 12 is 36 x square y. And this will be written as what? 3 2x into 3y square. So 3y the whole square. Yes, the term square. Now check this out. 3 square is 9. 9 2s are 18. 18 3s are 54x y square. So we have got in which form this whole thing? X cube plus y cube plus 3x square y plus 3xy square. So this is the thing, but in this term. So the direct factorization is what? X means our 2x plus 3y the whole cube. This is the answer to this sum. Clear? That is called factorization. So we use the identity, a cubic polynomial. Now if you remember the cubic polynomial, we had done this right before. But in that there was only a single variable, if you remember. There was not this two variables, there was only a single variable. So what we had done at that time? Remainder theorem. Finding p of 1, p of minus 1, p of 2, p of minus 2, getting the first factor. How? If p of 1 is 0, then x minus 1 is a factor. If p of minus 1 is 0, then x plus 1 is a factor. Do you remember this? So this is how it went. But here there are two variables. So two variables have to be done by identities. If there is a method, we'll check that later on. But just now by identities we arrange, and we got this factorial arranged in this way or in the other way we did before, and the factorial, right? The factorization, sorry, not the factorial. And here, the same way, what have we got? We arrange this, we'll write this. Okay, there is a mistake here. This should be 25p cube. So we'll write this p cube minus, what is 125 the whole cube? 5 cube the whole cube minus 3. How do we write this? 3 into p square into 5 cube, because the first term is p and 5 cube. So p square, x square, so p square 5 cube. 5 ones are 5, 5 3s are 15. So 15 cube square plus 3 p into 5 cube the whole square. So 5 square is 25, 25 3s are 75 p cube square. Arrange as p cube minus 5 cube the whole cube, okay, and minus 3 p into 5 cube. So 5 3s are 15. So 15, we'll write it the same way. 3 into p into 5 cube. When I take out common, what remains here? P minus 5 cube. What is the form you got? X cube minus y cube minus 3xy x minus 1. So the factorization of this will be directly p minus 5 cube the whole cube. Okay? So now if you are told to expand this, then you can expand it directly. How? 2x plus 3y the whole cube. Now x plus y the whole cube is this, so it will be 2x the whole cube, that is 8x cube. Then 3y the whole cube is it is 27y cube plus 3 into x into y. So 3 into 2x into 3x. 3 3s are 9 2s are, yes, 3 into 2x into 3x into bracket x plus y. When you expand, you get this. So expansion gives you this. So the factorization should give you back. The expansion of this gives you this. So the factorization will give it back. So we have derived 2 identities today, added to our lot 2 more identities. We have not done the expansion, have directly used what? The factorization. So at this polynomial in 2 variables, the cubic polynomial, you can see the degree is 3. So cubic polynomial in 2 variables, the factorization. Cubic polynomial in 2 variables, the factorization. So we have moved from the binomial to the trinomial. Okay. Now let us see one more use of this kind of identity. Okay, so we'll try out a question now. If x plus y equal to 5 and xy equal to 7, find x cube plus y cube. Okay, so see the question. What is the question here? X plus y equal to 5, xy equal to 7, find x cube plus y cube. So which equation is using all these 3 terms? Obviously this one, notifying the identity. So we got x plus y. So we got x plus y here also, we got x plus y here also. We have got 3xy. The value of xy is given to us. We will easily find the answer. So first we'll write the identity. X plus y, the whole cube is x cube plus y cube plus 3xy into bracket x plus y. Now x plus y, what is the term? 5. So x plus y is 5. So 5 cube equal to x cube plus y cube plus 3xy. What is the value of xy? 7. And what is x plus y again? 5. So what is 5 cube? 125 equal to x cube plus y cube. 5 3s are 15. 15 7s are 105. So if you take the 105 on this side, then 125 minus 105 gives x cube plus y cube. So this implies x cube plus y cube. Yes, I should put an imply sign everywhere. Why the imply sign? Because we have got an equal to here. Equal to 20. So as an MCQ, this question can be asked. If x plus y equal to 5 and this, find x cube plus y cube, so we get the answer 20. I have just put the values, calculated and got the answer, right? So this was a very simple sum. Now I intend to go to a little bit of complex sum, not one stage but 2 stages. Let us see. Okay, now follow this sum. If x plus y equal to 7 and x square plus y square equal to 25, find x cube plus y cube. So this is the question, right? In this question, what have we got? Like in the previous question, we have got the x plus y. So we have to find x cube plus y cube. We'll use this formula. X plus y the whole cube is x cube plus y cube plus 3xy into bracket x plus y. Now we have got the x plus y. So here we have the x plus y, here we have the x plus y. Like in the previous formula. But what is missing here is the xy, we don't have the xy. So to find x cube plus y cube, we first need to find the xy. Now that is not given here. So from the data given to us, we'll have to first find what xy. So which formula will we use from this identities? Yes, we will use the first one. So let us move to the first one. X plus y the whole square equal to x square plus 2xy plus y square. What is x plus y? 7. So 7 the whole square equal to, now what is x square plus y square given to us? 25. So I'll write here 25 plus 2xy. Okay, I can write directly. Let us say 2xy. What idea did you follow? X square plus y square is 25 given. Now 7 square is 49, is 25, 2xy. So 49 minus 25 should give me my 2xy. So 24 equal to 2xy. So xy equal to 24 upon 2, that is 12. So this was given and this was given a square identity. So I used the square identity and using that I got 12. And now once I am done with this, I can go back to my next original step again. X plus y the whole cube is x cube plus y cube plus 3xy x plus y. Again, what is x plus y? 7. So 7 the whole cube is x cube plus y cube plus 3. What is xy now? 12. And what is x plus y? Given to us 7. So 7 cube is how much? Yes, what is 7 cube? 343? Or no? Check it out. What is 7 cube? $343, right? So 7 cube is 343. X cube plus y cube. How much do we get this? 7 3s are 21. 21 into 12. How much is 21 into 12? 252. Just check it out. Multiply and see. 21 into 12. Yes, 252. So x cube plus y cube will give us 343 minus 252, that is 91. Is it clear? So the first sum was direct, the second sum wasn't direct. X plus y was given, x square plus y square was given, and this we have to find. So these are the different uses, and in the different ways you can think of these algebraic identities and get your answers. So when you will approach exams like IMO, ISO with slightly higher thinking, and if you use reference books, and there are many this kind of sums, they are not in the textbook, so but still for practice these are really very good. You should be able to solve all these sums. So 2 more identities we have done today, x plus y the whole cube and x minus y the whole cube. I will not do anything more today, but here we have done only sums with the plus sign. You have to also try with the minus sign, but only 2 identities I did for the day. I am going slow. Every day you need to keep revising all these identities. Every identity you should know equally with the signs and their variables. Why? If you know this expansion, this is the expanded side. If you know the expanded side, you can always do the factorization. This chapter deals with factorization of polynomials, right? Expansion you had done last year. But if you know the expansion well, then you can do the factorization well. So when we have polynomials, we arrange them into the proper form and get the factors. So that is what we are basically doing in this chapter. Now let us write down a few sums for homework. Okay, so note down the homework for the day. 2 questions. 1, write in expanded form. Question number 2, factorize the following. Okay, now you can see we have got integers, we have got fractions also, but nothing to worry about. This is your first whole term, this is your second term using this identity. Here I put 2 fractions, but not to worry the minus sign. So here there is x. So instead of x cube, what will you put? You will put 7 by 2x the whole cube. Okay, 7 by 2x the whole cube. Just put, calculate, you make a rough work column near the page. So do not scribble it. Make a habit, in your page make a rough work column. Do all the multiplication slowly. Put the values correctly, get the answer. And the second is the factorization using these two identities only. So today we are sticking only to these two identities. The first part is the expansion. I will use this formula and expand it into this. Second part is the factorization, written in special form. How will you rearrange and factorize back into this? So that is all we do for today. I am going slow. Each identity, keep on repeating till you are very firm with the identity, and we'll try to find out multiple uses of this identity. Okay? So today you have got this homework. Very little homework and very little thing to do. Only two formula to be derived and verified and used. Okay? So I'm going to end here, and I hope that you are going to practice it very well. Thank you.